Hey boys and girls, this is Mr. Katz. I'm just going to give you a little help video on the four methods to solve percent problems. So in class, and also please make sure you have a piece of paper handy because you're going to do some problems with me, and that'll be the best help. So in class, over the last couple of days, you've learned how to do solve percent problems using four different methods. Actually, right now you guys don't know the fourth method, but you will. But you've definitely learned tape diagrams, double number lines, using proportions, and the last thing is how to turn this problem into an equation. So what I want you to do is we're going to read this problem together. Then I want you to pause the video when we're done reading it, and I want you to solve this problem four different ways. And you're going to get the same answer all four ways, but this will at least help you remember how to use those four methods. And again, they're all the same. I mean, they're different methods, but they all get you the same answer. So this problem is Jim uses 35% of his phone plan hours. If he has used 21 hours so far, how many hours does he get each month? So let's first of all figure out, well, actually go ahead right now and you can pause the video and you can try. I'm going to do this in this order. So if you do one at a time and just keep playing, pause the video, then play the video, hopefully it will help you understand each of them. So no matter which method I'm using, I do want to notice that I have the percent, and a percent is always out of 100. So 35 out of 100 is 35%. You could reduce this, but I'm going to leave this for now as 35 out of 100. And then also we have to figure out, is the number we have in this problem, the 21 hours, is that the part or the whole? Well, I know it's the part because the whole would be a bigger number. It's how many hours he gets each month. So 21 is only a small number out of the total number he gets each month. So the first thing I'm going to do is let me go ahead and do a tape diagram. Tape diagram is where we draw a picture to represent the problem. And the first thing we're going to do is we have to represent the 35%. So one thing we talked about in class is it's a little easier to do, 20%, 30%, percents that have a zero at the end. So when I think of 35%, what I do first is I just break it into tens because I know that 30% is 3 out of 10. So, 20% would be 2 out of 10, and so on. So I'm going to make 10 boxes. 1, 2, 3 boxes, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. So here are my 10 boxes, and I know that each one of these boxes, since 100% divided by 10, each one is going to be 10%. 10%, 10%, 10%. And 35% would be 3 of the boxes and half of the other one. But I'm not going to cut that box in half just yet. So it said that this represented 21 total. So what I have to think about is how can I break these? I'm going to think about 4 boxes into 21. Well, let's see for a second. If I put in a 4 in each box, then half of the box would be 2. And 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 2 isn't quite 21 yet. So it's not 4 in each box. So I try 5, and eventually I settle that if I put 6 in each box, if 6 is in each box, then half this box would be 3. That would represent 21 because 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 3 is 21. Well, now that I know that to get to 21, there'd be 6 in every box, I can just go ahead and keep putting 6 in every box all the way up. And you're going to find that if 21 is 35%, the whole thing is 6 times 10, which would be 60 total. So 60 total people would be my answer. I'm sorry, not people, hours. I don't know why I said people. Because each of these 21 hours out of 60 total hours is the 35%. All right, let's do the same problem, but using a double number line. Sorry for the lines. Bottom is the percent. I could either write the word info or I can do, in this case, it's hours. So I knew 35 is the part of the 100, 35% out of 100. And then I have part to whole, and we've already determined that the 21 is the part. So I don't know how many whole students there are. So here I'm working myself, since I know this number and I'm going to this number, the arrow is going to be going this way. So first of all, let's find out how I go from 35 to 100. So I can't think of something I can multiply to 35 to get directly to 100, so I'm going to bring it back to 1 by dividing by 35. And then I'm going to multiply by 100 to get to 100. And I'm going to do the same thing here. 21 divided by 35. And 21 divided by 35 is, well, actually, you guys will have a calculator for this, so we'll just go right to the calculator. (21) divided by 35 is 0.6. And then if I multiply the number times 100, you will get 60, which is the same answer we just got in the previous problem. So 21 out of 60 total hours would be the 35%. Now let's do this problem as a proportion. So when you do proportions, it's percent over 100. So we already know it's 35%, which equals part to whole. And we know that the 21 is the part. And I'm going to put H for hours since we don't know the whole. H will represent hours. And we talked about in class, to solve a proportion, you're going to cross multiply. Oops, sorry. So 21 times 100 is 2,100, which equals 35 times H, which we're going to leave as 35H. And then I'm going to divide both sides by 35. So 2,100 divided by 35 will get you, if you did this on a calculator, 60, which is exactly what we got before. Now the last part, the equation, is something we haven't done yet in class, but you're going to eventually do it. And to write an equation, all you have to remember is it's percent, but as a decimal, times the whole will always get you the part. So because we already did this problem, we could fill in the information. We know that 35% is 35 hundredths, 35 over 100, which is decimal 0.35, times the whole, which we now know is 60, will get you 21, which is the part. And if you did this on your calculator, just to double check, 35.35, 35 hundredths times 60 will equal 21. And this is the equation that you can write to double check that you have the right answer. And that's how you do all four methods.